I meant to. Well, I don't think I could have in any scenario. Actually, I was going to have like a bowl and like pour some out, but I was going to pour one out for Glow.
Oh.
And becoming a god in Central Florida. But
the Glow is more timely too, because we're mad at Netflix and we're watching another Netflix thing.
I'm actually properly gutted about Glow.
Me too.
And I will say that we at the very least did have 3 seasons with those characters.
But it ended on a cliffhanger.
It did, and especially like being who I am, I really wanted Bash's storyline.
Me too.
And especially I wanted him to have more material with Betty Gilpin.
Me too.
Because they were so good. I think I'm in hard denial about it, but I mentioned to you earlier that I was like, I doubt this will happen, but I was like, if they can't proceed with the show, I think it would be really awesome if they could do like a table read or something.
Yeah.
Because they have the scripts, like...
Yeah, I know. I'm sad.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
I want to talk about the thing.
Okay.
I want to talk about the thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching This Show, your twice-weekly pop culture podcast where we talk about movies, TV, music, and more. On today's show, we are going to be starting our episodic coverage of The Haunting of Bly Manor. I had to think for a minute. I was
what the hell is it?
The Haunting of Bly Manor, the much anticipated follow-up to 2018's The Haunting of Hill House, which was my favorite show of 2018. It
was up there for me.
I've seen it all the way through 3 times.
I haven't rewatched it.
Really?
Yeah, not once.
It's good. It's good.
I sort of wanted to before this, and then I just lost track of.
I watched it. I guess I kind of watched it 4 times. And I purchased the DVD, the Blu-ray. I'm a Blu-ray buyer, so that's not like entirely out of character. However, I think when Netflix releases something on Blu-ray, it's a little bit like
it's a little different, yeah.
And they made it worth the while. There was extended episodes and commentaries and stuff. So
sweet.
I adored everything
really
about
good.
it. So I was obviously excited for this. And I thought the trailers looked good. I am glad that it did seem different.
Yeah, it does seem quite different.
And it feels different. So we have already gone ahead and watched the first episode.
Yeah. I like it. I like the vibe. I like the aesthetic. I obviously have fashioned myself after Victoria Pedretti.
Victoria Pedretti, when did you get here?
I've been here all along.
She's doing a lot.
Yeah.
She's doing something with like her mouth. And like the way she's it's like particularly, yeah.
She's doing like she's doing sort of a Betty Gilpin thing. Betty Gilpin is a mouth actor, and I don't know. She is doing a lot, but I think she's meant to be like a doe-eyed like ingenue from America.
Well, and clearly she has the past.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Clearly there's something, a brother or a lover or something in the past.
Feels more brotherish to me.
Because as of now, I'm trying to decide if she's putting on. I don't think she is based on the tone of the rest of the episode and what seems to be the show. But she got real dark when the kids locked her in the closet. Mm-hmm. And so it appears that either she has extreme claustrophobia or...
Yeah, but she saw the thing in the mirror in the closet,
was it just
too.
that?
No,
I think there's another...
She was freaking out already, but I have a feeling that they're connected.
It was very Isaac and Allison in the like, janitor's closet.
Yeah.
So, and she kind of...
Like, because his dad used to lock him in the freezer downstairs.
Yeah, she kind of dropped the, like... Yeah. Because she, like, has a voice, too. Mm-hmm. It's strange. I'm into it. It is... The scuttlebutt so far is that it's not scary, which, if you've listened to any of our, like... coverage, you can get fucked. We're not that kind of.
No, I honestly couldn't care less if it's scary or not, because I think the thing that I like that Mike Flanagan does so much is the atmosphere.
Well, and I was going to say on that note, it is less scary.
It's less scary.
It's more eerie. It's more odd.
It's less scary, but it's not scary.
That's true.
There's like a figure in the back of almost every shot with a plague mask and also some kind of like fedora hat situation. that's quite a look.
I don't want to fall into the American Horror Story trap where they're trying to outdo themselves every season.
I don't think they are.
And you get to like a certain point where you're like, what? Like, you never got to Freak Show, but it's like...
No, but Asylum...
Snuff films! Like
Asylum was a lot.
Yeah. And so I think by doing something slightly different, and it even has a visual style. It is very identifiably Mike Flanagan. He has a very deliberate... Yeah. It's almost like a green... sheen, maybe, but this one feels slightly glossier.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of the 80s-ness of it.
Well, the other one was what, the 70s then? Or the 90s? Well,
it was the 80s in modern day, but it was a different kind of 80s.
It was a different kind of 80s. First of all, if anybody knows where to purchase the purple lacy crochet sweater that she's wearing, I would desperately like to know. No, I definitely agree. I also think it is... scary, but I also have heard that this is like a gothic romance.
I want to know where. What's the romance?
I am extremely intrigued by that because we all know I love a gothic romance.
I just assumed going in that it was going to be her and Oliver Jackson-Cohen because they have really good chemistry together. And I would be curious to see him not as her brother.
Yeah.
However, she had an odd lingering with the housekeeper. Was her name Danny?
No, her name is Danny.
Her name is Danny.
The housekeeper's name is Hannah Gross.
The
black
characters?
Lady? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who is a very interesting presence. She's very striking. She's very beautiful. And it just is interesting. It was and I liked the red.
Yeah, she's wearing a lot of red. She's got a shaved head, which is cool and interesting, especially in the 80s setting.
And she's not eating for some reason, which...
Yeah, I think she's dead.
Yeah, you think she's a ghost, but...
I don't necessarily think she's a ghost because I feel like the rest of them would know, but I think something's wrong with her.
The kids know more. So, okay,
the kids have got to go. I'm done with the kids. I'm already done. I'm done with the kids. She just kept saying perfectly splendid. And I was like,
it's like she watched Mary Poppins and is like putting it on.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's putting it on.
But I think she's putting on the previous governesses. I think it's the previous governess.
Oh,
the dead governess.
She's acting like her.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or like the dead governess. Well, because she can see... Flora can see something. And
I was going to say, it's stuff like that where it's not scary in like a jump scary sort of way.
Oh, it's real creepy.
But it's very eerie. Yeah. Like when she was giving Flora the bath and like Flora would be talking to her and then just would be like.
Looking behind. Oh, yeah, no.
she would just sort of stare and be like, and then be like, huh?
You know what else? That's also why no kids for me.
Yeah. Oh, no. Because you also don't know. You can't ever tell. Because I know kids do this kind of shit. And it's like, are you being weird or are you being weird? Because there's like.
What? Do I need to be concerned or are you just being a weird kid?
It's like, are we in horse girl territory or like where? Because the doll thing, it's like, sure, you can go play with your dolls. And it's like, I'm not one of these people who are like, oh, dolls are creepy. Yeah. However. Creepy dolls are creepy. These are that voodoo.
That volume of dolls too. There's like too many dolls to not be creepy.
But it's like she's being very weird, and then he's being weird. Like
okay.
I feel like he's older. Like he's trapped in like a 9-year-old's body.
They both are.
Do you think that's what's happening?
Real. Yeah, I'm not definitely him because he also was like trying to watch her change immediately, and it just brought me right back to our episode about the witch, where I was like,
well, that's not uncommon for like a 10-year-old to be interested.
No, but he like didn't feel bad about it. He didn't even pretend to feel bad about it. He should have pretended to feel bad about it.
And then who's the driver? The handsome?
His name's Owen.
Okay.
His real name is Raul Cooley.
Right. I heard from people that he was good.
He's so good. He was on iZombie.
Oh, okay. I've seen him.
He's the guy from iZombie. I love him. He is very interesting to me as well. He feels sort of like Annabeth Gish and her husband from Hill House, where he comes to the manor during the day and he leaves at night to like care for his ill mother, who I'm sure is going to play a part in something. And then there was the gardener, who we didn't even get a name for yet.
Oh yeah, and so that's where I'm at. I'm like, where is the romance?
Okay, I see.
So, because we're obviously assuming it's going to be Danny. It's Victoria Pedretti, but it's like, at this point now, she has like 3 potential. Yeah.
And a mysterious Oliver Jackson-Cohen on the parapet.
So it's like, and also something led me to believe this was going to be slight anthology-like. So are we?
Episodes?
Yeah. Something led me to believe that. Okay. I don't know if that's true, but I'm like, so are we dealing with Victoria through the run of the show, or is she going to be gone by episode 3?
I think you just want that because you wanted it for American Horror Story season 10, and now everything that's an anthology, you just want a season of anthology.
I mean, that would be interesting. I just thought it would have suited American Horror Story better.
I agree.
It's not a good gimmick for a second outing.
No,
on
I
something.
agree. Yeah.
So yeah, and we should note that all of this is being told through this. It's like a storytelling device of an older Carla Gugino, presumably at a rehearsal dinner for like a wedding.
For someone's wedding rehearsal. Yeah.
And the venue may be haunted, and she's sort of like, I've got a ghost story for you.
So they all were like talking about it, and some of them were poo-pooing it, like, ghosts aren't real. And Carla Gugino was like, I'll fucking show you what's real.
So she has very, very sparse narration, but it has not been an issue.
No, I like it. I actually like it. And they're all doing.
She's such a weird. I fucking love. I shaded her in our first Hill House coverage, and I don't know why I did it.
Oh, did you re-listen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the very first thing, I was like, she's like whatever, and I was like, I fucking love Carla Gugino. Where did that? Do you ever like listen back to the show and be like, why did I say that? That is not true.
Can't believe that. No, she's great. And
they love to slap her with a just this side of questionable accent.
I was gonna say I think she's doing a good job with the accent. She's doing
just this side of questionable.
Because Henry Thomas is not. He's from Texas. His is working less well, but I think it's easier to mimic like a posh British accent because it's so over the top.
You just kind of go like, oh. What did Glenn Weldon say where he was talking about loving The Crown because he was like he was like uncomfortably British, and he says something about like with like matching sweater sets and like so I think that's a good place to
not a lot has happened yet.
You can't go out of the room. Flora does not want Danny leaving her room at night, if we know one thing.
She's quite cross with her.
Quite cross indeed. There's a lot of repetition. It's like, I started to ask you, and I'll go ahead and say this now, but I can never remember. Did you see The Skeleton Key?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I've seen parts of it.
It's pretty good.
I know the twist,
I remember. As I remember it, it's pretty good. But one of the factors in it is it's like the magic can't hurt you unless you believe in it.
Okay.
And this is giving me a slight vibe like there that. Where it's like she doesn't believe in it until she does.
Yeah.
And then when you do, you're screwed. So.
But that's also the thing where it's like multiple times she's seen that guy with the Kevin from Sin City eyeballs in the mirror. She has to believe in something, or it
so what are we thinking? Brother? I went brother.
I think brother.
Could be ex-lover, or she just hit like a hitchhiker.
It has, although the headlights, the shiny glasses, maybe it could be like a hit and run situation
that she's running away from. So,
despite what she told her mom. Yeah.
If we know two things, it's that she's not running away from anything, and she cannot leave her room.
No.
So, yeah, okay. Beautiful kitchen.
Oh my God.
Like actually nice. Hill House was kind of like, it's nice in the sense that it's an old house.
Yeah, but no, it's good.
So, okay.
All right, cool. We'll be back for episode 2.